Natural hair and professionalism. Part take 50.
I thought we were taking a picture, so I'm close.
We get a lot of posts related to, is my natural hair professional? Can I wear my hair professionally? And then even just as recently as last week, we had a posting, and it touched my heart, about a woman on our group who is sweet as pie, and she was up for a promotion, and a manager came out who could probably pass for white and said, she actually was wearing her hair pressed that week, and she said, well, you should wear your hair like this if you get this promotion. And then she goes home and she tells her husband and her mom, and it's like, oh yeah, we did want to talk to you about that. And it's just like, whoa, it's like,
cry. I didn't see this why.
But I will tell you that there were so many positive responses supporting her, and it was so awesome. And you know who you are. We hope you get that, and you get it being exactly who you are. Okay, Grace, I saw you.
Okay, the only reason. Well, all me, but because, recently I started a new job at a place that's going to remain nameless. However, my boss there is African-American, female. She has been what we will call an admirer of my hair, of Tamaya's work. However, she made a couple of comments that, I was at work, I just kind of looked at her and I didn't really respond because I feel like at that moment, there's no need to respond. I can talk to you all day, but you're not where I'm at. Right. So I'm falling on deaf ears. But she was like, I love your hair, but that's just not professional. Oh, it ticked me all the way off. Like, what do you mean by that? There's nothing about this, because it was particularly this style, a different variation. But that is not professional. But to her, it was not professional. Like, natural hair has almost a stigma. Like I said, I think it goes back to being unkept. And then it also goes into, you can be white, and black women can look white, because I don't care what nobody say. I like straight hair. You still look white. You don't look like you. And now, since I look like me, now there's a negative connotation to it. And I just kind of looked at her, and it baffled me a little bit. Like, well, what do you mean I don't look professional? What you trying? I took it personal, because I like my hair. My hair is a personal thing. I'm that vain. But what do you mean? No, for real, I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am that vain. What do you mean? Because I feel like your hair is an accessory. Right. But it's also an extension of who you are. So, like, what are you trying to say? What you trying to say about me? Right. She said it in jest. Now I want to know what y'all think.
Well, well, you work in a professional environment. I do. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you go.
I do, and it's actually funny that we bring this up, because the same day that I read that post, I actually had a conversation with someone else who told me that my hair, because I said I'm going to get my ends chopped because they're still perm, so it's probably about 2 inches. And I was told about how, your hair is going to be so short and it's going to just be nappy all the time, because the permed hair is the hair that curls.
Who said that?
Oh, that person shall remain nameless until we're done taping, and I'm going to tell everybody my business. But that'll be for a minute from now. But anyway, then I thought back to a conversation I had with my boss at my job, and about how, I was like, I'm just going to keep growing my hair out until it's so big I have to turn my head to get in the door. And she immediately stopped me and was like, oh, that's not a good idea. That would not be proper for the setting that you're in. And immediately I thought to myself, there would be no one telling some woman she couldn't grow her hair all the way down to her ankles if she felt like it. My hair might not grow down to my ankles, but it might grow out this way. And there's nothing wrong with the way that my hair grows out of my head.
Was that person who made that statement? What was their background?
American woman with a perm. However, on the opposite end of that, all of the Caucasian people that since I transitioned and started wearing it curly, because I wore it pulled back a lot, they all tell me how much they love it. How they think it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and I should never
exotic.
Can I see it? Can I touch it?
It's gorgeous. I love your hair like that. I get that at least once a day. Well, I get at least once a day. Someone comes in and says how pretty it is. And they're like, oh, it's gorgeous. You've done a lot with your hair in this style, like the best. The curlier, the better.
That's a very hard place, because I shouldn't feel that from You would think that you would not.
I would think that you would understand, but clearly you don't understand.
No, it was immediately, don't do that.
My natural hair and your natural hair is a problem for you.
I've always had jobs where I can express myself, and that includes my hair. So I've never had a job where I would feel like somebody would say that's not professional. I've worked at African American owned businesses that were restaurants and, you know, places that were like it was encouraged to have natural hair, or like the place I work currently, like I work with a lot of white people, but they're always like, why don't you wear your hair out more? I love it when you have your hair out. Like they want to see my hair out. They like having that situation would be so infuriating to me, and I don't know how I would honestly deal with something like that.
You most of the time all you do is you just nod your head because it's your supervisor, so you're really not going to say.
But I think that's a sad situation. Like I think that when we feel that bad about ourselves, that we put what we feel out on somebody else. Like
that's what it is.
For me to feel like inferior because my hair is the way that God intended it to be is weird to me. Like that's strange that people feel like it's okay, and it's okay for you to say to me something negative about the way
it's
I
almost
look.
like anything associated with black is bad.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, if we brought a train full of Negroes in this room, who's the prettiest, they might pick out her because she's the lightest. Ain't nobody might not look at you, or might not look at you, or might not look at you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just because you're darker, or God forbid, like I said, the double negative, you're dark and your hair's nappy.
Right.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's just someone. If you're uncomfortable with yourself
who
as
you
who
are,
you are, you will project that on other people.
You certainly will.
So the most important thing is to be comfortable with who you are as a person, and don't let what other people think and feel about what you do affect you. I mean, it will affect you. You will have some feeling about it. You're going to feel some kind of way, but don't let it change you. Right. You know, I know that she said to me that, you know, my hair doesn't do that. And I wanted to respond, that's because it's permed. If you let it grow out, it will do just exactly what mine's doing, because there's no way that your hair doesn't do what my hair is doing. Right. I saw your mother when she came in the store the other day to get you. So I know where your gene pool is basically coming from. So yes, it would, boo. Your hair will do just exactly what mine is doing. So, you know,
finding teachable moments. I think sometimes, even amongst each other, we have to find teachable moments and educate one another, because that mentality is so entrenched in our culture and who we are and what we do. And we got to be twice as good, so you got to look. You know, you got to play the part. Yeah. You know, you can't, God forbid.
Seems like nobody questions blue hair, 27-piece weaves. And nobody questions that. It's only when it comes to...
When is that professional?
Right.
It's professional to roll up in a corporate office with blue and orange hair. I will never understand it.
They're
expressive. I'm expressive? No, you're not. You different. Negro, use a different expressive. Get
her off the camera!
No, there was a...
That's slave shit. That's slave shit. You just came off a plantation. What do you think you put that?
And the thing is that this same mindset, this same mindset is everywhere. You know, it's everywhere there was slavery. So it's North America, it's South America, it's Caribbean. It's so
I think it's in
pervasive.
Brazil, there's like 75 ways to call yourself something
Black.
other than African. Like,
and
75. You can be everything else, but don't even hint at being from Africa.
But you know what? It's so weird, because the United States is we're taking a different shift, but the United States is really the only place that has one drop, whereas everywhere else doesn't operate in that system. So you get a place somewhere else that it's like, well, if you have one drop of something else, it'll make you something else. Almost to the point where here in the United States, we sometimes forget, because we all fall under the blanket umbrella of black, that we actually are a mix-up. And so then you get that, but you're mixed. And I'm like, well, it's so.
So are you.
You know, if you have I always say, if you have a set of twins and they come out, you know,